having food on the back of the scooter, and now being in a super fancy restaurant.
Hello, hello. We arrived here in Kuala Lumpur yesterday evening, I guess. We're staying in this amazing skyscraper building on the 16th floor. Last one was the 17th. This one is the 16th floor with such a cool view of the city skyline and some of the highways. And it just shows how massive of a city it is here. We're only here for 2 days and 3 nights. Oh my god, but there's so much to explore. We're really gonna have to pick and choose what we do. Today we went out to breakfast this morning and we're gonna head off to one of the massive malls to check it out. There's a couple things that we want to grab and that MacKenzie's looking for, V and Chris are looking for. And then this afternoon, we're gonna go on to a skybar, which is also really popular here because you can get amazing views of the skyline. Something I have loved about Malaysia so far is how multinational it is. There's such a blend of cultures and blend of nationalities here. It kind of reminds me of Canada in that way. And oh my gosh, the largest shawarma known to man. And there hasn't been tons of other cities so far that I've experienced in Southeast Asia that have the same amount of multinationality and like international feel that it does here.
It's funny that John says that though, because we've been talking about it. I totally agree. But we met a guy from Malaysia who he has been to Calgary because he works for a company that works in Canada as well. So he'd been to Calgary, and the first thing he said was like, yeah, Canada, so multicultural. Here, not like that. So it was crazy how he saw it as like even more multicultural than here, but we've been like, oh, this is so different. I think this is it, guys.
Oh, here we are.
Here we are.
Pavillion, Kuala Lumpur.
Yeah.
Oh, with little bunnies.
So I felt like that was kind of like a cool shout out to Canada and our multiculturalism. Oh, the other thing I was gonna say about the city, it's interesting because lots of big cities, Toronto can get like this, Vancouver, sometimes they like smell. Here, it does not smell. Even when you walk around a shady street, you're like crisp. So I appreciate that.
Lots of normal stores that we're used to, but also lots of interesting, like unique little stands and stuff like that that you wouldn't see normal places. But I do think it's kind of underrated to check out malls in new places because they always have a different vibe, kind of a similar homey feel to North America, but always a slightly different vibe. Like what's available, how it's all set up, the efficiency of it all is always different. So going to malls in new places, I feel, is an underrated travel experience. A whole store? V is having her very first bubble tea ever.
Okay, take a sip. What do you rate it?
No bubbles.
No bubbles yet.
There.
It's nice, but I don't taste the cream yet, so...
It's coming.
So, do you have to stir?
Or you can also like sip a little bit.
So you can see it on the edge of the straw right there.
That's good.
Good.
It's very good. I would say 8 out of 10.
Wow.
Cheers. Put them all together. Cheers.
Anna Mocha. Also, fun fact, this bubble tea place, San Chen, was started in Taiwan, and apparently it's a 3 Michelin star winning bubble tea place. So this is the real deal.
And specifically, I think it's the tea that's like really excellent. And I agree.
They use a tea presso machine, so it's like freshly brewed. It's amazing. The Planet Traveler, never seen this store before. This is us. Need to check this out. waiting in line to take a photo of Christian in front of the Christian Dior. And lots of people want to get a photo. Now we are headed over to the Equatorial Plaza building. Sounds so bougie, but we're going up to a rooftop bar all the way up there. How cool is that? So the table that we got is going to be outside on the patio area, and it does mean there's a minimum spend, but there's a minimum spend of 100 ringa inside anyways, and then outside is 200 ringa. And we figured if we have a drink, if we have food, that's already going to be like 120 ringa, so we'll probably get at least 2 drinks or at least 2 snacks, and then that's our minimum spend. Let's go see how it is.
No, in between.
Here comes the next elevator trauma.
It starts moving.
Yeah, I didn't really.
Should we maybe jump?
No. Hello. Until we get attacked by lightning. Look at this.
Indulge a little bit. But sometimes not. Like, so there are certain parts.
Okay, I know this place is bougie, but there was literally 1, 2, 3 attendants guiding me to the bathroom. And look at this washroom. These things are beautiful than most houses I've seen. And look at the view from the urinals. Will I have ever peed with a better view than this? I don't think so. Oh my god. This is probably the best pee view I ever have had. I can pee and look at this tower. Stunning. Stunning. This is definitely a little bit of a splurge, but I'm really glad we came here. This feels like such a unique experience, and it's such a huge city. It makes for such a beautiful, unique setting too. So cool. I could get used to having attendants bringing me to the bathroom, I must admit.
Whoa, so dignified.
This morning. I really wanted to show you how cool the lobby is in this building that we're staying in. So futuristic, so, I was gonna say herbaceous because all the plants, botanical because of all the plants. So cool, I love this. We're up and at 'em because, oh my god, there's a cat. Oh, what a magical place. There's so many cats in Malaysia, I found. There's been a lot in Asia in general because there was a lot in Cambodia as well, but there seems to be a lot here. We're up and at it this morning because we're going to the Batu caves, which is a really famous cave, and inside there's a temple. So we're gonna go explore that. And apparently we have to climb 239 steps to get there. So I wore my trusty Crocs. I'm excited. It's been a while since we've been to a temple on this trip. And I think this one's gonna be very different because it's like in a big city, it's in a cave. But yeah, I'm excited to go explore and go see. V is just calling her friends and she's just on her way down, and then we're gonna head out. Sounds great. Batu Caves, sponsored by Pepsi. We are currently climbing the 237 steps. 273
Yeah.
steps to the Batu Caves. And we're avoiding the monkeys. MacKenzie is doing very good right now. We did just see one pull a small child's hair, and it was a bit traumatic to watch. But
She
we're...
screamed and was crying, and I said, girl, I'm crying, and it didn't even happen to me.
Yeah, well look, we're almost at the top. We made it without the monkey attack.
Hey,
But
don't
look
jinx
how
us.
stunning. Wow. So the Batu Caves here are over 400 million years old, and the temples here were built in 1920. Mackenzie was just saying, and I think this is a really good point, that I'm really glad we did dress very respectfully for this temple, because we had been to some in Indonesia that definitely had a temple element but felt more like touristic sites at this point, whereas this one really, there is obviously some tourists here, hello, we're here. But it really has more of a feeling that this is still actively being used as a religious site. There is babies being put through ceremonies. There's people who are coming to pray specifically, who are coming to eat traditional food and pray. And I would say the majority of people here are actively participating in that, as opposed to just coming to see it as a tourist site or a tourist attraction, which is super interesting. It feels almost like a privilege to get to see what they're doing. Check out Central Market. It says on the door since 1888, so very old. Gonna go see what it has in store. It's near Chinatown, so I think we're gonna go to Chinatown. Ooh, I'm standing right in front of a car. We're gonna go on to Chinatown to explore a little bit afterwards tonight, and then I think go to a speakeasy later on, which should be really cool. We'll have a little drink, as it's our last night here in Kuala Lumpur. And tomorrow we're gonna fly over to Bangkok for a couple days and spend our last day with Chris and Dee. I can't think about that yet. Our last day will be tomorrow after traveling with them for like 3.5 weeks. So it's gonna be crazy. But for now, we still have lots of activities to do. That's what I'm focused on. A whole machine for zip patches.
And again, the fruits.
Yeah,
The fruits are so cute.
those ones get down there, little clear ones that are duckies and hearts.
We found our patch from Malaysia, and this one has the Malaysian flag and then the flags of all the provinces. How cute is that? They have these ones too, but I like this one even more. So cute. No, but it's, look.
Canada! That's where
An entire durian outfit. If you know, you know. So this is the story of the Central Market, which started out in 1885 as an open wet market and has been repurposed into a really iconic landmark in Kuala Lumpur today. Malaysia has really popped off with the patches. The towers. We just finished at the market. There was so many cute things. We really liked that there was lots of like little small vendors as well. It wasn't just like the typical souvenirs. There was some really cutesy things.
And Dee said that there were going to be lots of patches at this market, and she did not lie. I saw more patches at this market than in all of Asia.
Yeah, it's definitely, they popped off.
So many cute ones.
We just got some iced pandan tea. I've also realized how much I love pandan. It's a type of coconut that sort of has like a creamy vanilla taste to it. Just spilled a bit of the tea down myself, but gonna enjoy the rest. So yummy. And we're headed off to the market now to grab some food. Jonny from the future here. little change of plans. We didn't end up going to the market for food because we couldn't find where the food was in the market. We were all dying of starvation, so we were like, it's time to eat. We found this really cute restaurant called the Hungry Tapir that was also in Chinatown. The whole area of Chinatown was super vibey, tons of cool shops and restaurants and stuff, so it was cool to walk around. And this restaurant was like plant-based, so it was all vegetarian, but they had lots of classic traditional Malaysian dishes, just like a vegetarian version. So V and I shared nasi lemak, which was sort of like a nasi campur from Indonesia, like a mix of things around rice. And then we also shared a, oh my gosh, what's the name? Curry lasak. Laska. Curry laska. I had that yesterday at the brunch place that we went to, and it was delicious yesterday, equally as delicious today, but a plant-based version with just tofu and eggplant. And then we went to this really cute speakeasy bar that was also in Chinatown. Super cool to make our way into there. And this was like a really like fun kind of bougie cocktail bar, but it had a really laid back, vibey, like hipster feel. You had to go in through like a back hallway and make your way into the back of this like building that was very unassuming. But we had amazing cocktails. I had one that was like rice sake based. It had green tea sake and other herbal flavors. It was so delicious.
Good?
So good. It is adventurous. Tastes like green tea and rice. Delicious. So this night turned out to be great, even though it was not the Chinese market that we had originally planned.
Yeah.
And
It just wasn't really foodie. Like the
no,
market.
I was saying we couldn't find the food at all. So
There was food, but it was like little like appetizers, like a mochi ball, a little dumpling. There wasn't really like a meal, and we were all like hungry for a meal. But overall, what are your final thoughts on KL?
I've loved Kuala Lumpur. It's such a unique city. It's such an amazing blend of cultures. It's massively huge.
Yeah.
But
like
it
we
has
explored 1%.
1% in the past few days. But there's such a futuristic feel to the city because of some of the architecture, because of some of the highways that are like 3 layers. Even just like that blend of culture gives like a futuristic feel to me because it feels like a very worldly city. There's so much to do here, but it could be my favorite place we visited in Malaysia. It might be. And it's one of my favorite big cities we've been to in Asia, for sure. Yeah.
I think it's super clean for Asia, and I think if you've been to some of the big cities in Asia, you know what I'm saying. It's super clean. Like, honestly, didn't smell a bad smell. Like, Toronto in the summer is a disgust. KL does not have that, and it was hot and sweaty. And there's just so many cultures. It's modern. The architecture is really interesting. So yeah, I agree. It's like it was such a great city, and I would honestly, Malaysia wasn't super on my list, like bucket list of places, but I loved KL.
Yeah, I'm so happy we came here in the end, even just for a couple days. It was really cool and very different than other cities we've been to so far. It was a fun last city to be in with our wonderful German and Dutch friends. Tonight we have to pack everything up because we're flying all together to Bangkok, and then they're going on to Sydney from there.
And we only have like 1 day left with them.
Yeah.
And like Chris, we've been traveling with for like almost 2 months.
Yeah.
And V like a month now. So it's gonna be a sad, and this is the first time for us this trip that it's happened where we've like met friends on the trip and traveled with them for a really long time, and there's the inevitable
breakup
end to that. And it's actually kind of funny, I've been thinking about it a lot. We met these people the same time we met Chris. We met this other group who they had been traveling together like a month and were breaking up, and that was like when we met Chris and then started traveling with them. And I have a lot more empathy for them now than I did maybe then. I was like, okay, yeah, you just met these people, but now I get it.
of what that feels like.
Yeah.
I'm not thinking about that yet, even though it's tomorrow night. I'm not thinking about that yet. We still have 1 more day. We're gonna get a Thai massage. We're gonna go to Bangkok. It's gonna be fun.
Oh, did you mention the Christmas thing? Oh, the last thing I just would like to say about KL, it's been fun to be a big city, is like it really hasn't felt Christmassy to me. And like a lot of the countries we have been to, like Christianity is not the religion, so they really haven't had a Christmas feel. But I think just because of how multicultural and stuff like that, KLM, the tourism, it's been super Christmassy, like lots of Christmas music, lots of Christmas decoration, and it's actually been really nice. I didn't think I was missing the Christmas spirit or like missing being Christmas, but then once I had it, I was like, this was really nice. I'm happy we got it.
Yeah, it was a unique part to see, especially it being a a Muslim country.
With a strong Hindu side.
Yes, I wasn't expecting that we were gonna be like surrounded by Christmas things here, but I think just because of that multiculturalism and because of the fact of it is like, it's a fun time of year to have the Christmas music and have the visits with Santa and have that like fun shopping excitement or in the air. People really do still play into that here.
Yeah.
Which has been interesting to see.
Yeah.
And tonight we're just gonna finish packing up. We both have to lose 1 or 2 pounds on our suitcases to get on this flight tomorrow. And that's the plan. What an amazing days. What an amazing trip with our friends.
We'll see you in a new country.
Next time we see you, we'll be back in Thailand. Bye.